Thank you for clicking on this video. If you enjoy what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell to stay up to date with our latest content.
And hey, don't forget, check out our Patreon where you can be part of the dream and enjoy this transaction.
What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Microtransaction. I'm your host, Liquid, and joining me today, I have the man that puts all of the action into the Microtransaction, Chris. Chris, how are you today?
I'm doing superb. I am having a hard but fulfilling week. That's how I feel like today, like how this week has been. And as I'm listening to this going into the future on Monday, I can't wait for this week to already be over so I can get back here to next week to record the next episode of the Microtransaction.
Nice. You know what they say, get me to next week. That's really what it comes down to. Just get me to next week.
Well, until you run out of weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, man, we got a great show today here. We're gonna talk a little bit about scalping. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk. Yeah, be careful now. Hide your kids, hide your wife. The scalpers, they're out there. We're gonna talk a little bit about PlayStation. What are we talking about? Well, God of War. It's not just on PlayStation anymore. It's coming to Game Boy. I don't know. That might be true. That might be not. We'll see. Then you got what else here? Uncharted. We might be talking about a little deep dive into the movie. We saw the little trailer. You know, did it suck? Maybe. We'll see. And then we'll also kick it off with a little bit of Sony news. We got what am I thinking of? The PlayStation. What is it called? I want to
State of Play.
State of Play. I wanted to say PlayStation Direct so bad. I don't know why. But yeah, State of Play is coming out, and we'll talk a little bit about it and see what's gonna come up. I wouldn't be too surprised about that. But anyways, Chris, I want to start off with saying one thing. All right, so I've been playing some games, right? I finished Metroid Dread. That was fun, great game. I'm finishing up on Cannon Bridge of Spirits. That's coming up to its finish line there. The more and more I play the game, I think the lower the score becomes for me. Just because the boss fights are so annoying. They have the dumbest boss fights. Like I shit you not. Especially after playing Metroid Dread, where it's got some of the best boss fights. I've mentioned that already. Let me just stop repeating myself. What else? I'm coming up at the end of Pokemon. That game has made me feel all kinds of ways. I was a little iffy in the beginning about the region and whatnot. I started liking it a lot more, and now I think that shit sucks. I don't know, this Pokemon game, I think it's one of the worst. Like, if I can I talk about it for a second? My anger with Pokemon. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of fucking hot, bro. So Pokemon. So here's the thing. When, let's say I'm in the middle of a battle, right? It's me and you, mano y mano, right? We're going up against each other. You have your Pokemon, I have my Pokemon, and I go ahead and let's say I attack first because my speed's higher, so I take about half your health because you're weaker to me. Okay, okay, fine. So then what happens is you say, oh man, I'm at a disadvantage. Let me take out my Pokemon and send out a new Pokemon, right? When you send out the new Pokemon, I could have sworn, if Pokemon history serves me correctly, that when someone switches out Pokemon in the middle of that interaction, you get like a free hit.
Oh,
that's not true.
This still goes by the speed stat.
Really?
You could trade out a Pokemon and then outspeed them.
So with that logic, though, in other words, if I
think if I could be wrong, we should have did a little more research.
Sure.
But we're all feelings, no facts on this show.
Yeah. I'm already mad, so.
I think you're at a disadvantage. You're still at a disadvantage, but that just means that could be one fast Pokemon.
Well, dude. So here's what happened. I was fighting a gym trainer, right, or a Pokemon trainer, and they switched out their Pokemon mid-battle. And then they still got the next hit. I'm like, wait, hold on. So with that logic, essentially you could keep switching out Pokemon with no fucking penalty. If that's the case.
Both of them were faster than your Pokemon.
That's stupid. How stupid is that? What is oh my god. No.
The thing is, you okay? I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish.
All right. Second, I kind of want you to talk about it because I'm about to get into my second annoyance.
Okay, I'm like, the thing is, I'm like, you can set up some on the field stuff going on, so it hurts them every time they switch in and out. If you have what is it, like spiky rocks or whatever, every time they come in, they take like a good hit of damage.
Oh.
So it kind of
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
so like stuff like that, you would have it counteract it.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But that's if your Pokemon has to be like hella so. If memory serves me correct, I still could be wrong, but I think that's how it is.
Well, I'm telling you right now, my Pokemon was like 10 levels higher than their Pokemon was. And so apparently they got all the speed in the world. But okay, you know what? Maybe you're right. We'll let's switch it up a little bit. My second annoyance, all right? So they're sending out, I don't know, this Pokemon, some Barracuda looking Pokemon, right? It's a water type. I even Googled. I'm like, let me check this weakness of this water type. Same movement. You nailed the movement, by the way.
I know.
Yeah.
Just...
So I was like, oh, they're gonna switch for that Pokemon. Well, let me get an electric type to have the advantage. So I took out Pikachu. Why not, right? You know what I'm saying? He throws out little thunderbolts. You know what I'm saying? They're weaker to it. Okay. So then we go ahead. This time I have the speed advantage. I get my first hit. I hit him with thunder. Takes about half his life, maybe a little more. Right, then they hit me with I think it's called Drill Run or Drill Horn, something like that. I think it's Drill Horn.
Oh, Drill Horn with Pikachu's defenses.
Is that it's a normal type move?
Yeah, but remember, Pikachu's squishy.
Is that what I gotta remember? The Pikachu's squishy. Is that the lesson here?
That's why I hated Pikachu.
Oh
I never
God.
liked playing with Pikachu.
How useless!
I never liked Pikachu. That's why Yellow. I'm gonna say Pokemon Yellow. I hate Pikachu. Is in my life the worst starter of all time. I hated Yellow because playing with Pikachu. I'm like, Pikachu's on the squad of starters, like especially in Yellow. I'm like, he's a hot 4th place.
Ooh, I'll let everyone know. I'll leave Chris's Instagram in the bottom there, so that way you can like add him. I'm kidding. But no, you're probably right. I'm sure you're right. I never thought of it like that.
Come at me, dog. I'm gonna put Pikachu with the line, and I'm gonna put worst starter. Period.
So I decided to go Pikachu. I was just thinking straight type. I wasn't thinking I was thinking the texture of this fucking electric mouse. All right, I just wasn't thinking of that shit. So, anyways, the whole thing, like, that was all in the same battle. Both of those things happened. So your boy was hot. I'm like, yo, I came with the advantage. I came with the strats. And I'm like, it all meant shit. Meant absolutely nothing. Oh my
Wait, why is he still a Pikachu? Why isn't he a Raichu?
I can't find a Thunderstone. I don't know where it's at. I don't know. Maybe you know what's funny is that oddly enough, it's probably in my bag and I just haven't looked for it. Cause like I just don't care. I just skip all that shit. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Bro. I know part of the reason is the lack of research, the lack of reading. Yeah, that's on me. I'm 100%. But the game should cater to me. All right, the game
it does.
No, it needs to do just a little bit more.
Pokemon has progressively gotten easier every iteration.
That's what I thought.
I'm like, even.
That's what I thought.
Oh my god, Liquid. The thing is, if memory serves me correct, that once it gets to Raichu, is gonna have more HP. It's gonna be a little thicker. So when he takes those hits, he's a little more durable than Pikachu's derpy.
Boy.
What level is this Pikachu?
I think like 50, something like that. And they're like, might I add, my Pikachu was like 2 levels higher than their Barracuda Pokemon, the stupid little Pokemon that they got.
Probably a fully evolved Pokemon with better stats all the way around compared to this Pikachu that should have been evolved like 15 levels ago.
No,
yeah, you goofed
I pulled the Ash on him hard, bro. I'm like, I'm not changing you, bro. I'm not changing you. And I say bro, but it's actually a girl Pikachu that I have, so I'm not changing you, ma'am.
She's a little hard at the tail.
Yeah, she does. It's adorable. It's the cutest thing. All right, that's enough about Pokemon. All right, let's stop talking about. Let's get into some scalping. All right, so Chris. Just recently, but I guess at the time of this recording here, last week, the Xbox mini fridge went on sale. $100, right? Not too, maybe a little pricier, but hey, it's a themed. It looks like the shape of an Xbox Series X. Worth it. I'd say worth it. If you're a fan, it's worth it, right?
I think it's probably arguably one of the best mini fridges on the market because it's like for the price.
Yeah.
The size is actually bigger than the average one. I guess like there was a
I didn't know that.
Like the Rock sent out like a mini fridge with his new energy drink, and like it was real puny. So people are like, oh man, when you look at like what that is,
right?
It costs $100 more. retail compared to this is like the Xbox is really good, and it comes with like a little USB port.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love the USB port. That's so cool. Like, I don't know why I want my regular fridge to have a USB port. Like, damn it, why can't I charge my phone while I'm looking for shit in my fridge? God damn. But yeah, so
100%.
Right, that's a fact. So scalping, and then this goes along with the new generation. We got PS5 that dropped, Xbox Series X, and people are having trouble finding them. Motherfuckers are out here grabbing them. You know what I'm saying? They're taking advantage. They got their little bots online doing all the work for them, getting their grubby little paws on them, and then trying to sell them for double the price. It's just a disgusting market. You hate to see it. Now, granted, I'm all of the mind like, listen, your hustle, do whatever you got to do, make your money, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I also got to side with the little guy, man. Some of these people want the PlayStation 5s, they want the Xbox Series X's, and they want the Switch OLEDs. I don't know if that's being scalped or not. I'm sure it is, just like everything else. Yeah, there you go. But even the Xbox Series X Master Chief Edition, the controller, this new graphics card that we're seeing now, you're all gonna be taken out. Like, yeah, if you want to buy one, good fucking luck. But
that's the truth, bro.
But yeah, how do you feel about these scalpers, Chris? How does it make you feel?
Okay. The scalping is atrocious, but for a second, I want to talk about how dope this mini fridge is.
Please.
The Halos coming out with like right now, it's the biggest double-edged sword. We are getting these amazing products, and I mean like truly amazing products. And the thing is, it's like, cool, we made like 5 of them, and how many people want it? Like 50 million? Oh, okay, I guess.
Right.
And it's just like, I'm so surprised that it's happening,
right,
the way it's happening. You know what I mean? Like
you would think there'd be more stock, you're saying, right? Is that what we're getting at?
It would stock, or like they wouldn't do it at all, because production is such a huge issue right now throughout the world because of the panorama.
Right.
That like they would like ease off of it, but they're only pushing forward. And honestly, I think it's one of these things they just don't care. Because the Steam Deck had the same issue, but they actually tried their best, and I think they've done it the best.
Okay.
Where if you bought a Steam Deck, they put you in SKUs when you will be accepting one.
Oh, okay.
You can still pre-order the Steam Deck now, and it's just you might get it in fall of next year, but you'll get one.
Yeah, you're on the list essentially.
You're on the list.
Right.
And I'm like, that's one way to do it instead of being in the Wild West hoping for the best.
Right.
So like that, and the scalping thing is just like, maybe a hot take, but I'm like, it's just how it's gonna be now?
Dude, it's funny. I want to say no, but here's the thing. So I'm gonna compare this to Jordans. All right, I was a huge fan of Jordans for the longest time, right? And I stopped buying them because it just got a little too ridiculous. So like I used to be able to wait in line, get a pair, and be on my merry way. Because I knew the next day they're not going to be here. Then it got to a point where you couldn't wait in line anymore. Now they were just giving you numbers. Like the process has changed to the point where they're like, oh, the first 10 people get numbers and they can buy as many pairs as they want. And I'm just like, what the hell kind of shit is that? So it just pissed me off and rubbed me the wrong way to the point that I'm just like, listen, Nike, people want these shoes. I know you want to keep the demand high, and I know you're pulling a Disney Vault fucking collection on this bullshit. Like, oh, every 7 years we're gonna release this shit again. And
yeah.
So like you know what I'm saying. We want it. Like I would appreciate if you made enough to fulfill the need. You know what I'm saying? Granted, I'm not saying you're going to know every time what that need is, but hell, maybe throw out, just like you said with the Steam Deck, throw out the list and be like, hey, listen, so and so many numbers get on this list. You can only get one at a time. You know what I'm saying? One per customer, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know. And like you're saying, I think maybe this is going to be the new norm. I don't know. Consoles, not so much. I think you're going to see it catching up. We're already seeing some of these prices go down from these scalpers. But like, for example, this fridge, I'm sure tons of people wanted. You probably wanted this fridge. I wanted this fridge.
I 100% am going to get this fridge because Target said they're making more.
Okay, that was gonna be my next question. Now, if they're saying they're making more, then I'm like, okay, fair enough. But if they were saying that this is kind of it, guys, that's kind of fucked up because who's getting this first.
I think Xbox knew because the Xbox fridge was way too hype. They made a meme, then it became a joke, and then we all laughed at it, but we laughed at it together. And Xbox like, hold on, y'all want a mini fridge? And people were just, it was unanimous. Like the community itself was like, man, if they made an Xbox mini fridge that looked like the console, I'd buy that. And like, you know, the ears start perking up as a business. Like, what? So we make this and you want it? Okay, and think about it, it instantly sold out. It's like the same thing with the Xboxes, and like right now you're starting to see some Xbox Series S's in the wild.
Right.
Like they have like, I'm in part of a couple Facebook groups like and you'll see like, hey guys, before the scalpers get here, I saw some at this Walmart, this road. Go try, and if you're in the area, go get it and try it. Like everyone's trying to work together, and that's another thing about the scalping is, you know, video game people just get the most angry about it, so they try to police themselves. And I think that's like the one positive thing, that the gaming community is at least trying their best. They'll report scalping on eBay, and then because remember, it was a huge hoopla when the PS5 and the Xbox Series X/S was out, that like people were just asking for like 4 times the price, and people were buying them.
They really were.
Oh, like, you know, little devil's advocate too, Liquid, like, yeah, you bought them and you're scalping them, but if someone's paying for it, like, market's gonna decide what it's worth. Like, are they really in the wrong?
Yeah, I mean,
they're not forcing anyone to buy anything.
Sure, right, and I hate it that you're 100% right. Like it sucks, but it's kind of like, but like in like I said, the console stuff I don't mind. It's so funny because like the last time something like this happened to me, and not necessarily where I couldn't buy it, I was actually able to get I don't want to call it a copy, the Sonic Toaster. We've talked about this before, especially on this show. Sonic Toaster also was a meme, and they're like, wait, do you guys really want this? And they made a Sonic Toaster, and yeah, I bought my toaster. Now that thing's going up for several $100s on eBay. I paid $40 for it. I haven't even opened it yet. It's still in my back closet back there. So.
Oh, bro, you could make a pretty gold ring off of that bad boy.
Yeah, just you know, maybe waiting to cash in. Maybe hey, other scalpers are doing it. Maybe why not me? Right? I just talk shit about them. I'm gonna just join. If you can't beat them, join them. Right? Is that where we're at right now?
Yep. If you're not making moves, you're standing still. You know.
Right.
But think about it. Not even in the video game market. Look at the card market right now, and like think about it. People are trying to buy like kids are legitimately trying to play a child card game and can't because you got adults around our age.
Wait, who's to say it's a child's card game? Child's? Come on, Chris. It's E for everyone. Everyone can get involved.
You're right, but it's also made for children. And it's also, yeah. There's a by the way, there's a what was it? There's I forgot what it is. An abridged show. Like they have an abridged one, but for Yu-Gi-Oh, and there'll be like Seto Kaiba, and he's like, I stopped making military weapons to invest all my money into a child's card game, and it's just like he did do that. Like he was selling weapons and was like, nah, fam, the real money's in cards. Dude,
I don't remember that, but damn, does that shit sound hilarious, dude? I love that. That's great. Wow.
Yeah, I think the guy who makes his little Karibo, he makes the abridged series. So if you guys are watching this, go watch it. You know, shout him out. Anyway, tell them the microtransaction sent you.
Hell yeah.
But what was I gonna say? But like, think about it. Like, this is just happening on every conceivable level. Now with NFTs and all these things, just people are getting products and selling it. The turn and the burn is at its peak right now.
Right.
Like it is shitty for the consumer, but like how long do you think that, because I feel like this is a bubble, like this is like all things pop, like Yu-Gi-Oh had it, like no, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon had its like rise before, went back down, came back up,
right?
Like everything comes in as in flow. Eventually there's going to be more than enough Xboxes and PlayStations and Nintendo OLEDs out there. How long, Liquid, do you think it's gonna be till we get back to quote unquote normal in this space?
I'm gonna give it. If I were to have to put a day, I'm just gonna put a month. I'm not gonna put like a specific day or anything like that. Normal space. I'm gonna say we're looking at August of next year.
Wow, I think you're being generous.
You think it's gonna be even further?
I think to get to normal.
Yeah.
I think 2025.
Really, that many years? I I mean, you have a good point.
And Remy.
Yeah, you have a great point. And you figure, because my whole thing is, like, and yeah, you're right. Maybe I am being a little too generous, because like I'm thinking a lot of these outlets, they can't send these out here, or they try to find workarounds at least. You know what I'm saying? Which apparently they're working on right now. They're trying to figure out these workarounds. But yeah, even then, maybe it still won't even come out till next, like at least till 2023 at the minimum, maybe. But I don't know, man. I'm hopefully sooner than later. That's all I could really say.
Not trying to make it political at all, but even like Joe Biden, like he invested like dollars to try to work on this chip shortage, because we knew we were dependent on other countries. We didn't know how dependent we were on it until we couldn't do the thing. And I'm like, I don't know if you know about America's economy. The rest of the world economy depends on our able to absorb content, more or less. Like, if the world is like, they're like, oh, America loves buying stuff, so we're just gonna we're gonna build our economy around that. Like, it's a bunch of fat gluttonous motherfuckers who just love fucking the content, baby. They're just gonna eat it all up.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Oh man, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
Anything else you have to say about this, about the scalping or anything like that? I don't really much have anything else to go on.
Do you think we'll ever see? Because I've seen pictures of PlayStations in stores. I've seen pictures of Xboxes in stores.
Huh.
We're gonna see a OLED like in a store.
I think so. Especially because like we're seeing like
when do you think that's gonna happen?
I'll let me think here. I'll think for a second, because like you said, just to add on to the PlayStations, like even people are getting emails now that, hey, you can buy one on our website, right? Oh, I didn't hear you at all. It didn't come in. What'd you say?
I got one yesterday.
There you go. You got one yesterday. Frank got one a few days ago as well. My brother Frank. Fuck Frank. And yeah, it's so that's already happening. As far as the OLED, I'm gonna say, let me see here. Especially knowing how Nintendo is, like they love to drive that need, or that demand rather. I'm just gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say it's gonna be next year for sure. It's definitely not this year. I don't think it's happening this year. No. I'm gonna say probably around this time next year is what I'm gonna go with.
Okay. I think that I agree with you. That I think like October of next year.
Yeah.
We'll be like, hey, bro, it's at this store. Oh my god.
Right.
A real life OLED.
Right before Christmas. And grab it. You're gonna want to grab it right then and right there.
Oh yeah, man. And it's gonna be interesting how they're gonna handle this gen consoles around Christmas time.
Why do you say that? Oh, because of the lack of availability?
Lack of supply and the amount of demand, because kids kind of understood. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, but like, it's been a whole year, mom and dad. Like, what's up, dad? I got straight A's. Where is my PS5?
Yeah, I put in my work. Where's my reward?
He's like, the parent like, you want a PC?
He's sweating like in the Key and P gift and shit, just profusely sweating.
Yeah,
and the kid's just shaking him down. What you got on my PS5, Dad?
Where is it? Oh man, but yeah, that's what I think is gonna be with the. Interesting. I'm here for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like this holiday season is going to be something to look at.
Yeah, we'll keep our eyes and ears open. We'll find out, and we'll report on it.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
Yeah. You'll understand. Well, we're gonna put a pin on that one here. That's the scalping. Let's go ahead. Let's kick it to the lot. Should we do that first?
Oh, tell me about all these lists of transaction is. Do you want me to get into the rigmarole, or are you gonna explain to the kids what that is?
So list of transactions. It's gonna be it's our patrons essentially. You feel a little generous. You donate at least $1. It helps the dream grow. It helps the team grow. You know what I'm saying? You help be part of that dream, and it's always much appreciated. You get a shout out every week. All right. And this week I got a list of who we're gonna shout out. All right. So who we have on this list? Let's start off with Alex, aka King Shadow _1 WON.
Do you guys want to see him play Apex? And what rank is he? Like he's platinum, right? He's platinum and diamond.
On Apex, he usually gets averages around platinum. I think he's been diamond a couple times, though. He's up there.
So if you want to see an emerging diamond player in real time, go watch King Shadow.
Yeah, and he will sweat. You'll see him sweat. Then next on the list, we got Jessica.
Jessica coming in clutch for the team right now. There might be some big changes because of her. And in general, no spoiler, but we'll probably have a public service announcement to tell you guys, because a lot of things might be changing real fast.
Yeah, we'll get some news out there, and yeah, I couldn't thank her enough. She's already donating to the Patreon, so she's got some other plans to help us out here. So she's definitely helping out more ways than one. Next on the list, we've got the ever forgettable Nung. Just forgets about her subscription. Doesn't even know.
She's giving away dollars. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here. I'm here, and I'm dancing for him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey,
let me get that money.
You've got the moves, baby. You've got the moves. And I don't even know if she's here just giving it away. She's not giving it away. She's still getting a shout out. People know who Nung is. You know what I'm saying? People know.
Nung, the hero of the century.
Hero. All I can think of is hero. Then we got Patrick, aka Patty Cakes.
Patrick and a few other patrons, I think, went to go see Bert Kreischer when he came to town.
Oh, hopefully that was a blast.
Yeah. Apparently it was. It was a good time. He puts on a good show, apparently.
Oh,
who would have thought?
Nice. Love to see it. Next on the list, we have Andreas, Daddy Warbucks himself.
Dre's is circling the drain, bro. I guess update. He might be joining me at my secondary job.
Sure.
So that's gonna be fun. I'll probably end up training him. That's gonna be hilarious.
Oh yeah. You guys are gonna get nothing done.
No, I have to get something done because I get super like weird at work, dude. I get like super like professional. I don't know why I do it. And people, you know what? Someone insulted the crap out of me today, Liquid.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah. Someone's like, "Oh, you're like the lead guy, right?" And I was like, "Oh." Told the customer this. No, I am not. I can't stress to you enough. It's like, "Oh, but you always do such a good." I'm like, "Shut up,
dude." That sounds like a compliment. How are they trying you? No.
Because no.
You don't want to be the lead guy. Lead guy is not a good thing.
Lead guy, not that guy.
Okay, lead guy, not that guy. Remember for the future. Never forget.
See, if they said that in the microtransaction, like, "Yo, Chris, your good looks, you're just carrying the show on the handsome background," like,
you got the chest out, lead guy out. Yeah, man. Yeah. Ooh. And then we got Liz. Liz on the list.
I've been meaning all week to text her just to see how she's doing. Totally forgot.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, you have that opportunity soon. Maybe we'll make a little clip, show her getting shouted out on the podcast. Hey, Liz.
That would be fun. Hey, Liz.
Then we have Ani, my significant other.
Ani, man, I'm excited. You know, there's a little festive thing going on as like on the weekend, and like the group is gonna get off of Discord and maybe meet IRL, and I think it's gonna be a good time, and it's gonna be cool to see Ani, like especially all Halloweened out. You and Ani. I'm excited to see both of your outfits.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm juiced. And then we got Justin Angel Torres, aka Tampa Cornflake. You've seen his gameplay on some of our shows here.
Oh, just Valorant's most wanted, bro.
Ooh.
He's going still. I see him. He's like playing Valorant or Counter-Strike. I think he's just addicted to that style of gameplay. Like that's his jam right now.
Yeah.
And I kind of respect it a little bit.
Yeah, honestly, check him out. I think he's Valorant's best kept secret. All right.
And 100 Thieves. He's open.
Yeah, there you go. He's available. He's taking calls. Then last but not least, we've got Matt, your brother Matt.
And Josh.
And last but not least, we've got your brother Matt.
Josh dropped us? That piece of shit, bro.
I didn't want to say anything right now.
I'm saying it. Josh, you piece of shit, bro. You better not be subscribing to this motherfucker, dog. Because we gave him money. It officially has stopped, Liquid. I swear to God, Liquid.
I mean, to be fair, I use my Amazon Prime on him, so I don't really it doesn't cost me anything. All right.
I don't care.
It adds money to his pockets, but it doesn't cost me anything.
I don't like that anyway, bro.
Because
that means he's getting money in his pockets, and he's not giving us a bit of
that. He's not returning it. He's not returning it.
He's not even giving us $1. He's not even coming in on the ground floor. Right?
Listen, I didn't want to say anything. I just, it's so funny. I'm like, hopefully Chris doesn't.
I know. I'm like, why the hell did we miss one? I like, oh, okay, and I'm like, you know what, bro?
It's funny
okay,
'cause
now
I
can say Kingdom Hearts is trash. Metroid is stupid. If you're subscribed to Infinite underscore Neo, is it underscore Neo on
Yeah, I think
Twitch?
so.
Go on Twitch, unsubscribe to him, and send him the microtransactions sent you, bro. Just wait till he's live. And like, oh, I got a new follower, and then like the microtransactions sent me unsubscribe.
say half of the microtransactions sent me. This is my friend, right?
100% of the microtransaction has unfollowed you. All right, I need you to give that Twitch to like somebody else, like Pokemon. She needs your money.
Yeah, she needs it. She needs it.
She needs it, bro.
Okay, well, can we get back to Matt? Last but not least, your brother Matt.
My brother, the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. In the heat of the beginning of his training block, having his tune-up race being Naples and trying to go the distance in Gasparilla, and Matthew's like in full tilt. Like Matthew, you could tell that Matthew's ready, and I'm like, could we get a PR come Gasparilla? Can Matthew be his? I think what's his fastest? I think he wants to get in the like fast speeds is like 1/3, like an hour and 30 minutes. Like that's like real fast for like normal people.
For how long of a length though? How about like the distance? What are we talking about?
Have 13.1.
Oh, the 13. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So you know, Matt's in the throes. He signed up to a gym. Matt said he was gonna check out the gym and I'll do all this stuff. And then his ass just like, I just gave him money.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to the gym now. And I'm like, great, Matt. Thanks.
Fair enough. Yeah, dude, when I pulled up the transactions, I thought, I'm like, oh, there's somebody missing. Something looks a little different. And then when I went on this, I'm like, oh, let me not say nothing though. But yeah, you sniffed it out. Congratulations, Chris. You sniffed it out. You want to take a break on that one? Or
Josh sucks.
we'll be right back. All right, so we're back here. We got through the list of transactions. A little controversy, but you know what? That just makes for a great show. Am I right? Yeah, sure.
Remember, if you guys can't subscribe to Josh and then unsubscribe right afterwards, I need you to mess with that number. Do that. That's what I really want to happen, bro. Just go through the emotions.
So we're going to talk about a few things. A little bit of a roller coaster of things we want to talk about right now here. So let's start off with some nice positive things. At least I think so. A lot of people in the PlayStation community apparently don't, which is weird in my opinion. But whatever. Whatever. So God of War, 2018's God of War to be specific, it's coming to PC, well on its way to PC, just like a few other games. We've seen it with Horizon happen already. We've seen Death Stranding. It's happening. PlayStation's moving some of their games to PC. It's just that's the nature of the beast. That's kind of the world we're living in now. Get used to it. Just to throw out a few things out there here, it's coming to PC specifically, Steam and the Epic Game Store. January 14th. It's going to retail for $49.99. It's going to come with a few bonus features. You get some armor and some shield skins, so that's pretty cool. Unlocked frame rate, so you can just go nuts. And then 21 by 9 ultra wide screen. So that thing's going to look pretty beefy.
Bro, that's gonna be one pretty ass game, boy.
Dude,
like, God dang.
I would love to see that. Like, that sounds awesome. Like, it sounds like the game already looks incredible on PS4, just standard PS4. Looks incredible. Oh,
I think like if you have a conversation about top 5 best looking games, the last like 3 years, God of War is there.
100%, definitely makes the list. It was my favorite game of last generation. So yeah, that and like I said before we started talking about it, I know there's a lot of PlayStation community people. I don't know if they just think that, oh yeah, we're gonna lose the war or the console wars or what. I don't know what the conversation is, why it upsets people that a company is willing to put 4-year-old game, the 3-year-old game, it came out 2018, 19, 20, 21, so yeah, 3-year-old, almost 4-year-old game on PC, like if they're still making money off of it on PlayStation. It makes no sense. I don't fucking get it. It's weird.
Right, it doesn't make sense. It's like I'm like, if anything, I'm like, makes it where it's time exclusive. I'm like, you had a time exclusive.
Yeah. And
what, the PC people, most of these PC people probably had a PS4 and played God of War already, and now just get to play on shinier specs.
Yeah.
So it's like, Santa Monica Studios, you think you would understand that this is just making you more money for your new God of War game that's coming out. Then I'm like, one hand feeds the other hand. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? And then we're not even talking about Santa Monica's unannounced game they're definitely making.
Right.
We're not even talking about that.
No.
You know, so the Corey Barlog, the guy that made arguably the best game on that console generation period, is working on. I'm like, maybe they just need a little cashola on the side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, they need some money. Sony needs, and you know, Sony always needs a little more money. You know, it's out here dealing with Microsoft with unlimited money over here, and I think it's a great way. This is what I would like to see, which I don't like. You know what? It's gonna happen with the Nvidia leak. Like I said before, that's still true. But this is what I would like Nintendo to do. Like, come out with old games and put it on PC. It's like you can do that because your exclusives, like what Xbox doesn't have in, I want to say, quality, they make up in quantity.
Yeah.
And like PlayStation's games, their first party games, still super matter.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like, and especially with this high res stuff, like honestly, this is the first time I'm gonna say that I feel like, damn, I'm missing out not having a PC, because this sounds awesome.
Yeah, I heard this, and like I hear about the unlocked frame rate. I'm like, man, I would love to play God of War on PC. I would love to just run through that game again with the highest specs possible. Unfortunately, I don't have a graphics card that could run like that, but if I ever had the chance, absolutely, I take it. You make a great point as far as how the money works. You know, it's like that it would invest into just a better product in the future, or another product in the future. So yeah, so people, you know, let it go. You know, Sony's not out here like, hey guys, we want you. Like, they don't give a shit. They just want your money. That's really what it comes down to. All right. So as much as you want to pirate, just, you know, wave that PlayStation flag, get the fuck over it. Like, you know, it's a company. At the end of the day, all they care about is what the money that they get. Whether they don't give a shit about what you're saying. Like, come on now. Like, let it go.
It's about the business, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
And you have to remember, they're getting all kinds of test data to get PC for God of War 2. Like, this is doing so much to just selling copies. This works on a lot of different levels, and it's just like, you're holding this thing so tight, and I just think it's a vocal minority.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I think it's 10 really loud, like, neckbeards just yelling into the ethos, like, no, we want it, we're gonna lose to X. I'm like, yo, if a 3-year-old game is a reason why you lose to Xbox, you deserve to lose. Yeah. If this is the thing stopping Xbox from taking it, you got bigger problems.
Exactly. Like, oh man, it's so weird. Such fucking weirdos out there. Besides that, I mean, you have anything to say about God of War? I mean, that's pretty much it. You know,
this is one of these things, like, down the road, maybe when PCs get had, I will definitely go back in time and play God of War on this, like, ooh, shiny.
Yeah.
Especially thinking about, you play God of War 2 and you're like, man, I'm not ready for the adventure to end, right? But now you got the PC to run it on, like, yo, let's go back to the beginning.
It's a great idea. I love that. Besides that, just a more negative here. CD Projekt Red, Cyberpunk and Witcher 3, their next gen upgrades being delayed. Company let out a statement on Twitter, if I'm not mistaken, saying, based on the recommendations supplied by teams supervising the development of both games, we decided to postpone their releases until 2022. Do you care? That's my question. Does this matter?
It matters and it doesn't matter. Okay. Because I told you before that it's not news that this got delayed, and it isn't. But the reason why we're reporting on it, because I think Cyberpunk, CD Projekt Red in Cyberpunk, like, they become a meme of themselves.
Yeah, no kidding.
They're trying so desperately to regain the goodwill they had. You just see it. Stressing about it. I'm sure they're catching it from both. They're getting it from the consumer and the shareholders.
Yes.
All right, and they're kind of literally in the crossfire. And it's funny because everyone wants them to succeed.
Yeah, absolutely.
And And you know what people love doing? Tearing people down. You know what they love more than that? Seeing them rise back up, bro. People love a good Rocky comeback story.
Right.
And I think, hopefully, maybe this is me being a blind optimist. Hopefully, this is the beginning of seeing the rise of CD Projekt Red, and we just like, wow, we took this L, this big L, this public L, but it changed the gaming landscape forever, and maybe changed your company, hopefully for the best. And I think they got it in them. I don't think it's gone.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. I don't think it's gone neither. And yeah, like you said, it sucks as far as what happened. That it's kind of come down to this, but yeah, it's definitely, there's been some positives out of this, right? And you figure, I 100% believe they'll bounce back. Absolutely. Especially with The Witcher 3, it's just how genuine they were with it, and just all the content that came out with that game, and how big it was, how impressive it was. And even Cyberpunk, you can kind of see, like, there's a good game in there, a damn good game. It's just, they kind of a little shitty like talk, I guess, or promotions there, because they knew how bad the game was. And so yeah, I look back at this, like you said, people love just knocking them down when you're on the ground a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a fan of it too. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm like, yo, babe, get my kicking boots. Go get my kicking boots.
I would love it if Adi just walked in and she's just like,
she's some 2 boots and shit. They're called kickers. Did you ask for your kicking boots? Yeah, dude. So it's just like, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Because like, yeah, rightfully so. They fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And just how could you turn around something? You have such good rapport with people, the consumer base, and then you just destroyed it all. And it just, not only did it look shitty, because like, I could understand a mistake. I get a mistake. A mistake can happen, whatever. This is not a mistake. You knew something was shitty with this goddamn game, and you still kept going with it. Like if it was like, hey, maybe nobody will notice. Like let's get fucking serious. So I do hope they come back. I'm not saying, I'm happy that they're falling down. Like I said, I don't mind kicking them down, just because it needs to be said. They need to get a swift kick in the ass. They can't get away with this shit. I feel like there are companies that get away with similar stuff. Maybe not to this extent. Like we've seen companies like EA put out a game and then they get shit on for it, and rightfully so. Like Anthem, that was a shitty game. He's got Square Enix with Avengers, you know what I'm saying? And did you hear, speaking of Avengers, did you hear the whole thing that they're doing now? So now that it's on Game Pass, it's helped it a lot.
I heard about that.
And now they're changing the whole they said they weren't going to do microtransactions, I believe, and now they're reintroducing microtransactions. How fucked up, dude. Like,
you hate.
Go ahead.
I hate seeing the non-cool microtransactions.
Bro.
Like he always shows up to the party. We're having fun out here. We're popping bottles, and then it's like, oh no, who brought the lame microtransactions?
Right. It sucks, dude. Like who called this guy? Who invited? Bro, why'd you invite your little brother, bro? That's how I feel. Like they're asking us. I'm like, sorry, man. We just share the same last name, dude. Like at least our first name is, yeah, it doesn't, it really doesn't. So yeah, so they're doing that. I encourage anyone who does own the game, do not spend any money on those microtransactions. Like, just don't, please don't. But
game's not good enough for you to do it.
Yeah, there you go. And if you do want to spend money on a microtransaction, yo, we got one for you. You know what I'm saying? Besides that, next thing up here, anything on CD Projekt Red or Square Enix, now that we went down this road a little bit?
Square Enix, it's just they are the opposite problem. CD Projekt Red is trying so hard to get it. Square Enix was like, yo, it's not that good. It's like a 6 out of 10. There's a lot of problems here and there, but it's all right. But it's whatever. And then they do cool things. And the second they get a hint of moving forward, they go 10 yards back. So it's like there's so many games, especially on Game Pass, on the platform you're on. Don't go there.
Yeah.
It's like, don't do it. Just be like, uninstall, bro. I hate, it's Destiny's right there, fam.
Yeah.
Like, and they're coming out with content all the time.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? And they're probably doing it better. I'm like,
right. And,
go over there.
And just to add even more to that, like, I was always on the fence for this game. I never played it. Now that I was on Game Pass, I was willing to give it a shot. But after hearing about this bullshit, I almost don't even want to waste my time. Surprisingly, I'm still kind of looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm gonna wait for it to go down in price, but like, I don't know, man. It's just such a shitty thing to do, bro. How shitty?
I think Guardians of the Galaxy is gonna be a way better game.
Oh yeah, I think it's a safer bet as well. 100%. Get rid of that Destiny model. That's really what it comes down to.
That makes too much money, bro. And people love it.
It makes too much money for Destiny. Let's just put it that way. For Destiny. I don't think it, you know what I'm saying? Like, they get away with it. Hey, more power to them. I'm not a fan. But hey, whatever. They make money. That
you say get away with it. I think people forget how good Bungie actually is, because how many failures have we seen in this market and not even do half as good as Destiny?
Yeah, no, I get it. Like, they tapped the I'm not good at shooters market, and who would have thought there's a lot of money in that market? There's a lot of money in that market.
I know we have a whole show, but we can derail the whole damn thing if you want to, fam.
I'm just saying, there's
bro, here's the rails. I'll turn the ship over, dog.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like those, it sounds like those Bungie players' aims is what it looks like.
Oh my, this guy, dude. I think no. Okay, I don't know how to take the show right now. Just know that Liquid is a dingus. All right, but if you guys want to hear us talk about Destiny and why Liquid doesn't give it enough credit, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, no, let us know. Let us know, because let us know. I will shut that shit. Now watch. Oh my god, you fucking insane ass players, dude. Anyways, let me stop, because boy, it brings the double out of me.
the Traveler's Light is always with us, Guardians.
No, it's not with me. Turn these lights off. Oh man, should have kept me dead. Stupid fucking Peter Dinklage, your stupid ass voice.
Peter Dinklage.
That wizard is from the moon. Oh man. All right. Next thing on the list, last thing on this list here, we still got something else coming up here, but State of Play returns next week. It's going to be 20 minutes long. It's going to be in 2 days at the time of this video going up, so that's going to be this Wednesday. Again, 20 minutes long. They're going to focus more on third-party releases on PS4 and PS5, so don't get too excited. Don't think that we're going to get, I don't know, a little game, Legend of Dragoon. I know we bring that up, I feel like every time, every opportunity. I'm going to keep championing it too, because like, yeah, it's the one that got away, isn't it?
Oh, sorry, blacked out there for a little bit. Yeah, so Legends of the Dragoon confirmed the State of Play. I'm just, you know.
On brighter news, just to throw something out there for people, just don't rule us out yet. December, there's a rumor, a big PlayStation remake supposed to be announced in December. Keep your eyes and ears open. I know we will. All right. So,
bro, I'm telling you, you guys heard it here first. We're gonna carbon date it. There's gonna other people that are gonna say they said it first. No. Yeah. We said it with no proof, no facts whatsoever. We went all feelings, all feelings, no facts.
Yeah,
and we were right. Yeah. The IGN, GameStop, get out of here, bro.
All feelings, no facts. But I do have it on good authority that Legend of Dragoon is being remade. Good authority.
Who's authority? Who knows?
Don't worry about it. That would be a fact, and I'm not gonna give you any facts. I only give you feelings. Whoa.
Don't have any insiders. We don't have any insiders.
Yeah, no, none. All right, and then last but not least, all right, Uncharted. Uncharted dropped the trailer. All right, exploring the horizons. I don't know what the thing says. Like Carpe Diem, I think it says on the thing.
Carpe Diem, seize the day.
Wait. Are you? I don't think that's true.
I think it is.
No, I think Carpe Diem means seize the day. Yeah, I know that, but I don't think that's what it says on the ring. I mean, that was a joke.
This is what it says on the ring.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't, and it means like from new beginnings. That's what I thought.
Google that shit right quick. I'll fill it up. Anyway, yeah. So they came out with the trailer, and now the whole internet's been talking about it, because this is like. It's funny because I want to use it in gaming where I call it AAA, and like a AAA movie, because we had Sonic the Hedgehog, which people universally liked. Detective Pikachu, which people also liked. Mortal Kombat has that. Okay, look at I see you're smirking.
I'm just saying.
Was that right?
So the saying on the ring, what it said, I'm gonna read it, what it said, and then I'll give you the meaning. What it says on the ring is "Sic S-I-C, Parvis Magna," which I'm assuming is Latin. I think.
Wait.
Yeah, which means greatness from small beginnings is what it is.
Oh,
So, yeah.
man, I was wrong. Where the hell did I get carpe diem from?
I don't know. Dude. Too much yoga, bro. You've been messing around. You've been messing around with too many of those crystal girls or something. Those you know.
Oh man, yo, she's charging up moon rocks. Don't talk to her.
Moonstones. She's charging up moonstones, baby.
I'm like, yo, we're not plugging the USB port. Anyway, I digress. But you know what? I can't keep track of all these Sony stuff, bro. I'm an Xbox Halo, bro. There's not a BR in that game. Who the hell cares, dog? Uncharted, overrated, dude. You know, am I right? Am I right?
No, you're 100% wrong. No.
Oh yeah, wait. I think I am wrong.
Look, okay. Now, as far as the trailer, maybe you have a point, though. 100% you may have a point. We watched this trailer. You know, you see Nathan Drake, a little Tom Holland playing as a young Nathan Drake. You got Mark Wahlberg playing a young Sully. You know what I'm saying? He's doing the damn thing. You've got Antonio Banderas playing he's villain name here. It goes there. Looks like, I think we had a glimpse of Chloe. There was another girl. I think it was a black girl. I want to know if she's Nadine or not. I don't think so, because you figured Nadine would be. Well, they're about the same age, I would say, Nathan Drake, right? Maybe she's a little younger than Nathan Drake, I think. Yeah. Because he had already had white hairs when in part 4, essentially. So maybe it's not Nadine. I don't know. But regardless, you know, you see the cast, and you immediately think, oh man, this is a pretty solid cast, is what I thought when I first saw it. And then you of course got Tom Holland, who can't keep his mouth shut to save his life when it comes to movies. But I'm like, oh, maybe they might have something here. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got the Last of Us series coming out. That's pretty exciting. And again, solid cast. And then, you know, so you see this, and maybe they might have something. Then you watch a trailer, like, ooh, man, it doesn't seem as cool anymore.
I echoed it in our last video. If you really want to know our knee-jerk reaction to the trailer, go on our YouTube channel. The video should be, yeah, it's there. Anyway, so I like I said it, I preface it, and it's like it wants to be great, and then it goes back down. It's and in the trailer, that's how it feels. There's a lot of ebbs and flow, and I don't like Tom Holland's American, non-New York accent.
Right.
I'm not a big I don't think it sounds that good, and like you lose a bit of. I feel like you lose a bit of his charisma because Tom Holland, because of we all know because of Spider-Man, he's good at being nice and quippy and fast.
Yeah.
And that's kind of Nathan Drake. Oh, you know. People were like, was he the right casting? I was like, I think he was 100% the right casting.
Right.
It's hard to think of another quippier guy. I'm like, what are you gonna get? Chris Pratt? He's already Mario, bro. He can't be Nathan Drake too. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa, what do you mean, man? The guy could do multiple things.
Oh my god.
But so here's my issue with the accent. I want to talk about the accent specifically, because I feel like it's just nothing to like. I would have been happier if he still left the New York accent, I'll be honest with you. Because even then, you can get away with it. So Nathan Drake he lived in an orphanage as a young kid, and he was essentially in Boston or Massachusetts, near Boston or in Boston. So even if he would have tried to give a little Boston accent, even have Mark Wahlberg try to teach you the Boston accent, because he's, I don't know, from Boston. You know what I'm saying? You know, you had all that time with Robert Downey Jr. to build your chemistry. Maybe you should have spent more time with Mark Wahlberg as well. I don't know. Or maybe Mark Wahlberg's annoying. I don't know. Maybe he's just gassy. I don't know what Mark Wahlberg's situation is. He just looks like a gassy guy. I don't know. He looks like he passes gas like a motherfucker. I don't know. I get that vibe.
Because he works out. He doesn't have protein farts. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
But now, I'm still hopeful. But the air is definitely put out of the tire. Something. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I'm
we're running on half PSI.
Yeah, I'm like, but the thing is, I want the movie to still do well.
Yeah.
I still want to support the movie because I feel like this could be the beginning of seeing great movie games. But then I have to pose the question, Liquid. Why are we still making movies for video games when video games are cooler than movies?
Yes, that's 100% fact, and I think that's really what it comes down to. That's the question, right? We've seen time and time again video game adaptations into movies, or movie adaptations from video games, whatever you want to call it. We've seen it time and time again, and often they always fall on their ass. We see it time and time again. They fall on their ass. We're talking about as old as a Mario movie. How the clusterfuck that shit was. The original Mario movie, for those who don't know, Google that shit. Oh my god, what a clusterfuck. But
trailer is great.
Ouch, that thing. The thing is, as a kid, I loved it, not knowing any better. Yeah. But
we're big old dummies.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm like, I don't know why this King Koopa looks a little different than the one that I know. But whatever. Yoshi looks like a Velociraptor, a real Velociraptor. Anyways,
Luigi's the main character in the Mario movie. Whatever.
Yeah, who would have thought? And he's played by a Puerto Rican plumber. All right, but
yeah, right.
And so I don't know. Like you said, why are we doing this? I don't know. It never really works. I know Sony is really trying to like close that gap between the movies and video games. And don't get me wrong, I think when you're making them into series, like we saw The Witcher have a successful series, I think you're given a little bit more to work with, a little bit more time to work with, a little more story to work with, and it just becomes, I think, easier. It's easier. It's translated a lot easier, right? And so when you go into movies, it's just, like you got to make a whole. Granted, I think this will be a new story, but you either have to shit or get off the pot. You have to make a whole new story that has nothing to do. You got to kind of get away from the video game to make a good story. All right. But when you keep throwing stuff from the video game, like him in the plane or something like that, like you're not separating that. So now you're just like, it's like you don't know what you want to be. And now here comes the conflict. Now you're constantly battling with story versus like the visuals, like what you're trying to show. And I think it just becomes a huge mess, right? And that's just, I feel like the problem that they're gonna run into. That it looks like it from this trailer. Like you said, I'll still watch it. I'll still support it. I still want to see it. I still want Sony to do things. Again, prefer more series. Or if you're gonna make a movie, I know they did the Ratchet and Clank movie, didn't perceive too well because it was like a 1-on-1 with the video game. So it just felt like the pacing was a little weird. It was video game kind of rushed into the movie. It could have been done better. But like there was supposed to be a series with Sly Cooper. That kind of, we don't know whatever happened to that. But I don't know. We just
they're trying to fit video games because like I said in the trailer, you're trying to in our other video, I'll just re-echoing it, but like trying to fit something that's like 12 hours long and 2 hours, something that's 2 hours max. You're fitting one medium,
right?
Trying to shoehorn into something like not even 1/5 as big. So when you know what I mean, like you're trying to niche it, and you do need to reinvent the wheel kind of,
right?
So you appease hardcore fans like us that are excited for Uncharted, and then trying to also bring in new people because you still need to make a good movie.
Yeah,
I'm like, no matter the IP, if a bad movie's bad and it's bad, you know what I'm saying, but this, hopeful, like I said before, I'm hopeful. Do I think this? If this movie bombs, do you think they make another Uncharted?
Yeah, I think they still make another Uncharted. I don't think this will affect the fan base of the game. So I do definitely, especially if you played Uncharted 4, if you played the ending, you kind of hope that they're going in a certain direction. I don't want to spoil it. Well, I don't know should I spoil it? Does it matter or?
Don't spoil it.
We'll save it. We'll save it. But yeah, if you catch the ending of part 4, you kind of see, oh, maybe they're gonna start going this route. So yeah, and I'm hopeful that that'll be a good thing.
I don't know, I'm here for it. Like I said, like Liquid had said before with Last of Us, I think. Honestly, nowadays, I'm just gonna say, dude, like when it comes to my mediums, video games number 1, shows number 2, movies number 3. If I want story, I feel like I get better stories out of a TV show and stuff like that. Like I know Game of Thrones just left a terrible taste in people's mouth. But, remember the first 6 seasons, how we were getting this in-depth story with so many random facts, and we were like, here, right. I'm getting it. I get the nuances, bro. I did the homework. I understood the assignment. Right. And people want that again. And I'm like, you can't get it, but and it's just with Uncharted, since it is a little bit of a smarter, because it deals with historical facts,
right?
Play with it, and it's gonna have these comparisons to Indiana Jones that we haven't even touched on,
right?
So if a movie bombs, you're like, yo, dude, you were supposed to do my homework, but just change it a little bit. That's all technically you were supposed to do, and you messed up.
Right? You have a guideline, essentially.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
You could be this generation's Indiana Jones.
Oops, sorry about that. Yeah, absolutely. It could be this generation's Indiana Jones. And yeah, like you figure you got a young character in Tom Holland, a young kid. You know what I'm saying? He could. I'm sure you can get more. You can get more out of him, obviously, and he's just gonna get better as an actor. But yeah, if they do plan for more, it's gonna be a rough start. I honestly, I'm calling it right now. I think they only get one movie out of this. That's kind of it. I don't think Sony gives up on the movies though. What do you think? Like movies to video games
movies,
stuff.
No. I think because I think Last of Us is gonna be a hit.
Same.
I think 100%. Like everything that I've seen about it, the set pictures, everything, the actors. I'm like, you would have to. But there's no like, and I hate saying it. I'm like, it'd be harder to fail at this than to succeed at it.
Sure.
I feel like you'd have to go out of your way to fail for Last of Us, and I think the success off of that actually makes more games. And that I think if they don't make it Uncharted, I think they move to Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Do you think they lean a little more into series then after if this doesn't work out?
Maybe they work another deal with HBO, like, yo, fam, we like what you did. We want more of what you got. Yeah. You know, and then if not, they work with Warner Brothers, you know, do something where still on HBO. HBO just wants the content like in and like, hey, if you want it, you come here. Because, you know, we're in the battle of what shows you got, you know, lately. You know, that's what we're about. Like, think about it. Netflix. I think we said it on a previous podcast where Netflix was dead on arrival. And then Squid Games came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then now, like, Netflix is back on the throne.
Right. Yeah, for a while, Netflix was just like, you know, they were still doing their own thing. Not that they were having bad shows. They had some pretty decent content. But yeah, nothing that you're just like, yo, did you watch this last week? Did you watch that? You know, no, you didn't have that conversation. But yeah, now Squid Game's coming around and changed that a little bit. But yeah, we'll go to see. Have you watched Squid Games yet?
Oh, I want to, though. Like, I didn't even know. I think maybe parts have been already spoiled for me.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I hear like, their pacing with tension is really good, because I'm like, I thought it was like a bunch of cheap stuff that like I'm like, whatever. Then like I've been hearing more people that I respect their opinion on, like, no, it handles this kind of things really good. Like you're like somebody said like there's an episode, I think it's 6, I guess 6 is like the big episode where they're like holding on to, like, you take a deep breath and you hold that breath for 45 minutes and then you're like like, oh my god, and you like, and I'm like, whoa, that's real good. So you felt like I haven't felt something like that TV show wise since the Battle of the Bastards in Game of Thrones.
Oh wow,
like it's going down, and I'm like,
yeah. It's so funny you mention that, because I don't know if that's the episode that Ani was on, but there was some feelings. Let's just put it that way. Yeah,
it might be.
I'll keep it subtle. Like, I still haven't watched the show neither. I'm not sure if I'm going to. We'll see. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know yet. I feel like the hype is dying for some reason. Like, I feel like it's slowly dying.
I feel like everyone's watched it. That's
exactly. I feel like everyone's watched already, and I kind of have no incentive to watch it. I'm gonna play it just like Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones I didn't watch till like years later, and then I caught up. And like, I already knew about the Red Wedding, all that crap. Like, I knew everything before it even happened because of just social media. So like, when I watched it, like, you know, Ani's looking at me like, oh man, like, like, why are you not reacting to this? I'm like, I kind of know this was gonna happen. Like, my whole thing is just like, I'm not gonna get offended, you know, if I watch something years later and it's spoiled. I'm like, well, that's kind of on me. I chose to watch it later. Like, I expect to get spoiled, you know. So that's just me though.
Okay.
Yeah, but good.
No, I was just I'm hopeful for it. I think I'm like, if it's a 7 out of 10, like the movie wise, I'm like, nailed it. Perfect.
Yeah, 7 out of 10 success. All right, so we're looking for a successful 7. I think we're getting in on that, right?
Man, I think that's pretty good.
All right, well, that's gonna do it for our show today. Thank you all for watching. Join us in next week. Yeah, obviously we do this. You'll see us every Monday. Stay tuned for that State of Play. Check us out. Like, comment, subscribe. Do all the things. You know the things. You know what I'm saying, Josh? We'll get him back. I think we will. But anyways, I'm gonna leave you off. Chris, actually, do you have anything left to tell the people at home?
We're gonna get him back. We're gonna get him back. Sight, son. On site.
You know what, Chris? Do you have anything else to say besides, you know, on site?
I can't think of it right now. I'm still the Rage of 1,000 Suns.
That's fine.
But hold on, hold on. I have a question. All right, bro. Have you heard about the snail thing?
Snail?
Okay, so it's something that was on Rooster Teeth like years ago, and it's becoming popular again. Where, okay, you can be immortal, but a snail is following you. And if it touches you, you die. But you're immortal till it touches you. Would you take it?
Yes.
Always trying to kill you for
Yes.
like eternity.
Wait, but I can't kill the snail, I'm assuming.
I don't think you could kill the snail.
Okay. Okay, well, if you touch the snail, you probably die. So if I kill it with my hands or something, I'm gonna die too. The whole thing.
But that's direct contact.
Is this can snails go through water? Because I'll just fly to another country across the ocean. I don't think the snail will get
Yeah,
me.
but it's still coming for it. Never stops liquid. Slowly but surely, it will figure out a way. Like it's coming towards you. It's eventually it'll cross the ocean.
It'll get there. It'll find its way.
So yes.
Like life in Jurassic Park, if it always finds a way. Okay, I'll take it. I'll still take these chances. Fuck that snail. I don't give a shit.
Alright.
What did you say?
Remember. Oh yeah, I'm picking forever. I want to see the sun blow us all up.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
Yeah, if I'm gonna go out, it's gonna be
In
my
the-
son.
Being the snail at the end, just there, like him still trying to kill me as the universe is blowing up.
Right.
Like, do I just accept it? Do I just accept our fate and I touch the snail before I die, or are we just floating in space? Because I'm immortal still. Just I can't die, so I see the world and I'm just floating in space with the snail still coming at me.
Oh, so the sun doesn't take him out neither. He's immortal too. Yeah. Oh wow.
At the end of time, you too.
Okay. Well, that's a great question. We'll leave it off on that one. It's a little weird one, but I love it. We're here for the weird. But I leave you off, everyone, per usual. Love each other. Take care. Above all else, be cool. This, of course, has been a microtransaction. We'll see you next week.